Boston College lined up, ready to kick off and get things going. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So North Carolina's offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. This is a big-time quarterback that we're going to be seeing today, but getting the job done against a defense like this, what words of wisdom do you have for him, Jesse?
Well, I think you've got to prepare like you've never prepared before, and that's one thing he told us. He spent extra time in the film room. He spent extra time on the field after practice all week because I think he understands the challenge that lies ahead of him. He knows this is easily the best defense that they face this year, so we're going to put his skills to the test in this one.
They're going to make it hard, right? There's not going to be any layups. Like most of the time, you know, he's had his way. He's feasted on so many defenses. They're going to make you earn it. They're going to make you go the length of the field. They're going to see if you can be patient. They're going to see how you respond to adversity. So some challenges coming his way for sure.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. The Tar Heels with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And the Tar Heels come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Lopez to pass. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
He'll make the fair catch at the 13, and they will have less than favorable field position here. The Eagles offense has the ball for the first time. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate almost every...
There he goes! They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going. It squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Boston College will send out the punt team. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Grab near the sticks. It's Shipp. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance. Looking for a crease. It's gone. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Kept it on the ground on 1st down. Now back to the line. Lopez wants to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Tar Heels want to crank the tempo. Out of the gun to give to the back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Let's take a minute and talk about North Carolina. If they seeded the playoff today, these guys are in, but we know they're not content with that. They want so much more, David.
They do, and this squad has been building and trying to get to the point where they can get to the playoff and be a national champion. And right now they're in the mix, which is really, really good halfway through the season. A lot of work still to be done, though.
Yeah, this coaching staff really at this point is just trying to keep this team focused as a top 10 team halfway through the year. It's about attention to detail, and that's got to show up in this one today.
And the Tar Heels line it up with a 1st and goal. From the gun. Oh, they're after him. Touchdown, North Carolina. Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on for this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. We're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. A long way to go for this offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Catch in the middle, it's Bolden. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a 1st down.
Yeah, and you've seen these curl routes. This is a timing route. Understand the ball's got to come out of my hand right when he hits the top of that curl. Nice job by the QB finding him. Nice catch.
They'll go to the ground. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Little touch pass to the receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it.
Safe to say, this defense sets the tone for their football team. They were the reason they won the last time out, and they are putting the clamps down on their opponent early in this one.
And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Lopez to pass. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. He'll pull it down. Quarterback gets the 1st down. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
What an individual effort there by the quarterback on the RPO, because everybody was covered. He just takes off, and he shows you his ability out in the open field. He's like a running back. He's got great vision. He's got the speed. He looks so natural when he's in the 2nd level carrying the rock. Huge gain on offense by the Q. I love it on that play.
Makes the catch. Now the connection takes it to the 11. A operating in the red zone here on second down.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
At the 7-yard line.
Guys, we've reached the end of the period and North Carolina's on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far.
Boston College, 0.
4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. Needs it to keep this drive alive. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. The Tar Heels are flying down the field. Lopez wants to fire. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tar Heels. He didn't see anyone open. Said, no problem. I'll take care of it myself.
Yeah, I've been there before. Been there, done that. Not my first rodeo. I've been in this kind of situation. Down by the goal line, I'm getting outside, and I'm taking it in myself.
Boston College, 0.
Out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Throws to the wideout. Complete to the left. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
And the defense coming through with the first sack of the day. I'll tell you what, this defense, they get so many negative plays, and they play so fast. Sometimes you think when you watch them on tape, they got 12 guys. Last week they pitched a shutout. This week playing a great ball again.
Got it behind the line. It's Harris. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
I'll tell you, the offense might be setting up a shot down the field here. You might see them later fake the wide receiver screen, see if they can hit a tight end or another receiver running up the boundary. Keep your eye open for that.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. That's caught. It's Harris. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Boston College lining up to punt this one away. Let's see what he can do with it. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. And the Tar Heels racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Trying to set up the screen. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. The Tar Heels in a good spot here with 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd down.
Rides the back on the option, the give. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
And the Tar Heels will have it 1st and 10. Trying to escape and get it himself. Breaks into the open. They get him stop, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
You could tell he saw that grass open up, and he was not handing that football off. He was taking it himself. His eyes got enormous, chewed up the big play. Nice big chunk play for this offense.
Got it in the middle. It's Gauze. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Lopez to pass. Makes the grab. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Snapped it in the shotgun. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
That play had 6 written all over it, but he drops it in the end zone. Bad break for the offense.
Goes straight ahead. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. That brings us to 3rd and goal from the 6 after they went backwards on the last one. The snap sets up the throw. Into the end zone. He gets it in. Touchdown, UNC! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
21, Boston College, 0.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. They really needed to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Wants to throw on 1st down. Catch in the middle. It's Bolden. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down.
This is a receiver who's so dangerous once he has the football in his hand. That's a simple slant pass, but after he catches it, he's able to work in the middle of the field, finds the open green, and get the 1st down.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle. It's Johnson. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Give to the single back. Fights off a defender. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man, it's Callahan. Turning it on. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Finds his man. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
Snagged in the middle. It's Harris. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Defense looks like they're about to bring the house. Back to throw, time running short in the half. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. It is good.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
On the run from inside his... He's got an alley. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finish the half like you're supposed to. Scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
And he's coming out of the end zone. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fellow on the sidelines. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Chapel Hill. What a fine performance we've seen.
The Tar Heels will boot it away to start the second half. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the big fella.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just frees the second level of that defense just for a second. It allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Now the play fake. Throws for the tight end. He's got an open man. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
And the timing just a hair off.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
And the Golden Eagles come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. The play action fake, looking to scramble.
You have got to have pass rushing lane integrity when you face this quarterback. On third down, someone gets out of his gap right up the middle. It's easy for the quarterback to see. He just tucks it and takes off and picks up the first down.
Looking to throw on first down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And it just doesn't get more dominant than that. One-on-one, me versus you, and there's nothing you can do about it, David. I know that's something you know a lot about based on your time at Georgia.
Man, fly off the edge, beat the man as quick as you can. There's so many things that have to go right for you to get a sack. The ball has to be coming out a little bit later. But you know what? When you win that fast and that clean off the line of scrimmage, that is how it's done at the highest level for that defensive end.
To the air on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Johnson. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively, and right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
The big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll run it from the gun. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamp.
Touchdown, Eagles! Fitted in the window for the score. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. The short hands, it's Shipp. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. And the Tar Heels with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Lopez wants to fire. Flushed out of the pocket. And maybe they've tried to spy on the quarterback, but it just hasn't worked. Another first down. He just keeps gashing them with his feet. Looking to throw on first down. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
And sometimes you see great shooters and they get on fire and they just can't miss. And that's what this QB looks like the last couple of weeks, man. Just completion percentage through the roof, running the offense at an elite level. You can tell in complete control of this offense.
And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. The Tar Heels will hustle to the line.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
To be honest, I think the quarterback was a little bit surprised himself at the play call that came in that time. You've got a 3-possession lead here in the third quarter of this game. You're probably expecting some short throws, some runs. And this play caller is still asking for shot plays. And listen, you're the quarterback. You're happy to oblige when you've got the playmakers you have offensively. Just keep chucking them.
And the Tar Heels can really attack on this second and short. Trying play action. Caught near the sticks. It's Courtney. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal. The Tar Heels started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. Touchdown, North Carolina! And the punishment has been extended. Lining up for the PAT. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground.
And the Boston College offense will take over.
BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Last time they had it, they were backed up in their own end, marched right down the field and scored, and now they'll try to do that once again. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
That defender is lucky on that play because he was beat on that deep route. He's lucky the QB overthrew that one.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Zings it complete to the right. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass. Boston College will send out the punt team. They'll look to pin them deep. Corrals it at the 45. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tar Heels. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick, you can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on those. So quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. They'll start this drive going to the air. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a big play for this offense.
Caught over the middle. It's Lockwood.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
They're about to wear this punter out. He's already been out 4 times, staring at a 5th if they can't move the chain. Oh, he's got some space. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. Throws to the tight end. A strike downfield. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
Well, there's an example of how this tight end could be a big weapon in the passing game. That time on the corner route. Does a nice job separating from the defender and hauling in the catch.
Gives it on the option. Very little running room, if any, and he just hasn't had anywhere to go in this one.
And it's another tackle for loss for this defense. I'll tell you, they came into this game knowing they had to shut this guy down. He's one of the best in the nation, and they've given him the ball a bunch. He's just had nowhere to run, and I don't think anybody expected him to struggle as much as he had so far in this game.
No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Wide open downfield. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
Well, that's a great job by the wide receiver there on a critical down. 3rd down, running the curl route, coming back to the football, making the catch, and picking up the 1st.
Wants to throw on first down. Working the middle, it's complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Punch it out of the air. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
It's a nice job running the in route there by the receiver. The best thing he did after he made his break, he didn't trail and fade away. He actually attacked the football. That's a good lesson for young receivers out there watching.
Wants to keep it in the air. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
With the run on first and goal. Touchdown, Boston College! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Number 22.
This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Gonna run it. It's gone. And that's why you do explosive work in the weight room. Arm day's a good thing as he gets it to the 23. Now facing a 3rd and long. Lopez to pass. He rifles one deep down the middle. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. And the Tar Heels send out the punt unit. Remember, they took the last punt back for a touchdown. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. Wants to go up top on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
It's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Well, trailing this much in the 4th quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
Well, you got to give this quarterback a ton of credit because he showed tremendous confidence on that throw. That wasn't just trying to throw to the sticks. That was being aggressive and throwing it down the field. Not a high percentage throw, but he had confidence in his guy to win one-on-one, and they keep the drive alive.
Swings it out to his running back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Finds the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ball game.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Gets it out quickly. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Looking to fire. Got his man on the right. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Boston College.
The Golden Eagles have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. After getting nothing, it's 2nd and goal from the 6. Wants to go up top. Trying to barrel in. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
He'll set up to throw. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on 4th. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop you.
It'll be 3rd and long. Handoff from the shotgun. He has the first and still on his feet. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it. Leaves it with the back. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to